Listen, before we start putting stuff on tape, I need to ask you something. I need to know that anything that I say 5 minutes later not to put in, that you're not gonna put in.
Absolutely.
I met James Ponsoldt when he was Jamie Ponsoldt. Is it okay if I say that publicly?
Yeah, it's okay, yeah.
James was in my playwriting class at Yale as an undergraduate. A memorable student, obviously, because we have maintained a relationship over these, 16 years?
When I had you had, I think, just won the Pulitzer, which was very intimidating.
It was right between Smashed and The Spectacular Now launching that I finished the screenplay of the end of the tour for Anonymous Content. I said, you know, there's this young director. He's up and coming. His career is about to explode. I know him. I think he'd really respond to this. Can I send it to him? And they said, sure. I woke up the next morning to an email from you. You read it overnight.
Yeah.
It was an exhilarating email because you were so clearly excited.
I gotta ask, what is with the bandana?
I know that it's a security blanket for me whenever I feel nervous or like I gotta keep myself together. Like a recognition of a weakness that I'm kind of afraid my head is gonna explode.
I think you said something to the extent of, James, I don't know if you're a fan of David Foster Wallace or if you know about this book by David Lipsky, but you know, I've adapted it and I think it's coming your way. And my sort of heart sank in this excited, terrified way because I'm a massive David Foster Wallace fan. I'd read Infinite Jest my freshman year in college and it really, I think, changed my life to some degree. And it really just hit me in the heart. And I felt that if someone else did this badly, I would never forgive myself. If someone else did this well, I would be insanely jealous.
I think if the book is about anything,
Yeah.
it's about the question of why.
Right.
Why am I doing it? And what's so American about what I'm doing?
I was overcome with emotion at seeing that film because it was so respectful of my work in ways that I had not really experienced as a screenwriter. I had this uncanny experience of seeing on the screen what I wrote, which is not the same thing as hearing my words on the screen. It looked like the movie that I wrote. And I can attribute that to our affinity that I think is historical now. And I think it also came out of an inherent trust that you had in the material.
I feel like you were just a very generous and wonderful collaborator through it. I don't know, it felt like something came full circle in a way.
When I think of this trip, I see David and me in the front seat of his car. He wants something better than he has. I want precisely what he has already.
I think involving you, with whom I had this tender history, all of these aspects of my creative and personal life were coming together in this project. This has been a great pleasure for me to come full circle with my teaching and my professional life, and that you are a part of it, that you shepherded it, is very meaningful.
This has been the most meaningful sort of directing experience I've had. I hope I get to have many experiences like this, but I doubt that I will. So
I
thank
think
you.
you're right.